floor is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I yield to the gentleman who authored this piece of legislation 5 minutes, the gentleman from the 7th District of Florida, Mr. Mica.
The gentleman from Florida is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And first of all, I'd like to thank Chairman Miller and also thank Ranking Member Brown for their strong support in helping to expedite this legislation. This is a simple measure. It does transfer a vacant 120-bed VA nursing care building in Orlando's VA Baldwin Park facility to the Florida Department of Veterans Affairs, as the chairman described. We actually, as the ranking member mentioned, have opened a 120-bed new facility to the south of Orlando, and a 60-bed domiciliary unit also open now for nearly 2 years. Adjacent to that is a new hospital at Lake Nona. This nursing facility, and I think Ms. Brown was with me back in 1999, this 120-bed nursing care facility. We were there for the dedication. So the facility is not that old. It was closed 2 years ago when we opened the new facility, and VA used that building and some of the rooms for transition, for training, for employment. Now the new hospital is open. The new 120-bed facility is open to the south and domiciliary unit. So we have an agreement from the state of Florida to take that facility. You might be interested to know why Central Florida would want another veterans facility. Some areas there's a declining population. The chief financial officer of the state just announced that we have had 1,000 new people come to Florida every day last year. We have now exceeded 20 million, and many of those are veterans, and they're settling in Central Florida. So we do have an agreement with the state of Florida to assume this facility. They can open it quicker. They can do it in a cost-effective manner for VA, and they can take some of the burden off of the federal VA, which we know has a full set of challenges right now. So I want to thank the VA Secretary McDonald. I want to thank my colleagues. In 2014, the ranking member, Ms. Brown, Mr. Webster, Mr. Grace, and myself, we all wrote the Secretary at that time, Shinseki, and asked that this be done. It's taken a little bit of time, but we're getting there. So again, I ask concurrence in passing 4056. It will again expedite and make available the needed nursing homes with our aging veterans population and many thousands of veterans moving to the state of Florida and particularly Central Florida. With that, I thank you again for expediting this and ask again for the House to concur in passing H.R. 4056. Yield back.
The gentleman yields. The gentleman from Florida.
Reserve.
The gentleman from Florida reserves. The gentlewoman from Florida is recognized.
Well, I want to once again thank Mr. Mica for his leadership in this area. And with that, I would urge all of my colleagues to support H.R. 4056, and I yield back the balance of my time.
The gentlewoman yields. The gentleman from Florida is recognized.
Mr. Speaker, I, too, urge my colleagues to support H.R. 4056 as amended and yield back the balance of my time.
The gentleman yields. The question is, will the House suspend the rules and pass the bill H.R. 4056 as amended? Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, no. In the opinion of the Chair, 2/3 being in the affirmative, the rules are suspended. The bill is passed, and without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table. Without objection, the title is amended.